Greetings to all. Here we are with our fourth assignment, Aristotle's model of communication. So let's get started.
Aristotle was a great philosopher and writer born in Satagira in northern Greece. While exploring the human nature scientifically, Aristotle developed a linear model of communication for oral communication known as Aristotle's model of communication. This is considered as the first model of communication and was proposed before 300 BC. Aristotle's model is mainly focused on the speaker and the speech. It can be broadly divided into 5 elements: speaker, speech, occasion, audience, and effect. Speaker, a person who says something. Speech, the sentence or the word the person says. Occasion, the purpose of giving the speech. Audience, the person who listens the speech. And effect, the outcome of giving the speech. The Aristotle's communication model is a speaker-centered model, as the speaker has the most important role in it and is the only one active. It is the speaker's role to deliver a speech to the audience. The role of the audience is passive, influenced by the speech. This makes the communication process one way from speaker to receiver. The speaker must organize the speech beforehand according to the target audience and occasion. He believed rhetoric is the study of communication and persuasion, and different message or speech should be made for different audience at the different situation to get desired effect to establish a propaganda. This model was highly used to develop public speaking skill and create a propaganda at that time, so it is less focused on intrapersonal or interpersonal communication. Even if the model is speaker oriented and focused on the audience interaction, in communication there is no concept of feedback.
Now, let us move on to some elements of this model, which are the modes of persuasion used to convince audiences.
Logos is logic. People only believe in you when they understand what you're trying to say. They want to find logic in everything. If there is no logic in a particular speech, they do not want to get involved. For example, a presenter using factual data will attract more attention from the audience. Ethos is the characteristic that makes you credible in front of the audience. If there is no credibility, the people will not believe in you and will not be persuaded by you. For instance, the mass will not believe in the promise of a corrupt politician, but a politician with good deeds will be heard. If what you say matters to them and people can connect with it, they will be more interested. For instance, people living in village needs water and the politician says he will help in building roads, then people will not be influenced. Rather, if he says he will help to build dams for drinking and irrigation facilities.
Let us see the example of Aristotle's model with the help of a small clip.
जुमल कॉलेज माधुरी यादव का आप सबको नमस्ते। हमारी पार्टी हमेशा अपने वादों पर खरी उतरी है। महिला वर्ग का उत्थान और स्टेट में सबके लिए सुरक्षा। जैसे पिछले 5 सालों में यूपी का क्राइम रेट एमपी और बिहार से नीचे आ गया है, और इसी नाते से आपके मिर्जापुर के युवा व्यापारी फूलचंद त्रिपाठी पार्टी को पूरा सपोर्ट दे रहे हैं। मुक्त यूपी के लिए फिर से लोक स्वराज्य पार्टी, लोक स्वराज्य पार्टी, लोक स्वराज पार्टी।
As we talk about the various elements of the Aristotle model of communication, this clip is a very popular example of this model, since we can see the model of communication which is developed between the sender and the receiver is a form of public speaking, which is exactly how Aristotle defined his model of communication to us.
A sense of persuasion and public assurance is there in the speech of the speaker. We all are aware of such speeches during any political rallies, but this makes it even more fascinating when we realize that the process through which the speaker is communicating defines the Aristotle model of communication.
Let us see some drawbacks of this model of communication.
At first, we can say that this particular model has no concept of feedback. It is a one-way form of communication from the speaker to the audience. Hence, this particular trait makes this concept extremely one-sided, and hence there is no scope of response from the other side. Secondly, there is no concept of communication failures like noise and barriers in this model of communication. And since, as we have talked about, that this model of communication is used for public speaking, this itself creates a form of disadvantage considering the fact that it is only used for public speaking and it cannot be used in other platforms. One of the most vital elements of this model is that it relies on experiences. Now, experiences can be unreliable. That is the reason it is termed as one of the disadvantages, because it differs from people to people. For example, a speech in a rally can be inferred differently by different people. Hence, there is a continuous loss of a continuity or stability in this model.
With this, we come to the end of our assignment. Thank you everyone, and we hope you all will like it.